every independent artist knows the struggle. You have the talent, the drive, and the vision. But the biggest roadblock? Money. You're sacrificing to fund your music career out of pocket, hoping it will one day pay off. On average, studio sessions cost $100 per hour. Basic mixing and mastering start at around $200, and music videos can cost thousands of dollars. Or you can just film in your friend's backyard and call it artistic vision. But before you even think about marketing, you're already in a financial hole and have to wait for your next salary. It's common knowledge that consistency is key in the music industry. But what happens when you simply can't afford to keep going? If this is what's holding you back, you're not alone, as this is the biggest challenge most artists face. But while the odds may seem stacked against you, there are proven solutions. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to release and market your music on a budget. We'll cover these three areas that will ultimately lead you to success in the music industry. Let's jump right into it. Step 1. The making of the music. Music is expensive to produce. The average artist can only afford to put out one professionally produced record every 3 months, which is far too little if you want to make it in this industry. I'm here to give you hacks to this inconvenience and two methods that work for some of the biggest mainstream artists today. First, you can learn digital audio workstations like FL Studio, Logic Pro, and Pro Tools, where you can be hands-on with your music from start to finish. That way, you can create all the music you want with a $500 MacBook and a $50 mic. This method was used by artists like Tyler, the Creator, and Doja Cat, which played a big part in getting them where they are today. Before Doja's big break, she would sit on live streams and record her process of creating some of her hit songs today from start to finish. Beat production, writing, recording, and mixing. This built her a core fan base, as anyone could recite lyrics in the studio with a professional producer on set, but few can dive deep into the production process. And this is what fans love. Being hands-on with your production also gives you creative freedom, so you can be sure to put out music the way you want it to sound. You don't have to be a guinea pig to the cheapest producers in your city just because you can't afford it. And you don't have to worry about turnaround times. You may argue that it's hard or may take too long. It may be a foreign language when opening these software programs for the first time, but give it a few weeks of practice and watch it will all work out. With all the free tutorials on these software programs, there's no excuse. Some of the biggest YouTubers, like Mr. Beast, started off editing their own videos. Remember, this is just a start. If you're genuinely not interested in producing your own music, you can go the Ice Spice and Playboy Cardi method. What these artists did early on in their careers was connect with an up-and-coming producer who has the same goals and vision as you to make it in the music industry. Instead of doing a one-time business transaction with this producer, form a team. Create a famous tag for this producer like Ice Spice and Riots,
Stop playing with them, Riot.
Playboy Cardi, and Pierre's.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Build a brand together that, with consistency, will benefit both of you. Legends like Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne created their first mixtapes with one producer who narrated and added tags throughout the tracks, building a brand. This method is probably the easiest because instead of trying to be a jack of all trades, you can find someone who specializes in music production while you focus on writing and creating the best music ever. That way, instead of paying them song by song, you can give them a revenue deal because the bigger you get, the bigger they will get as well. I recommend looking within your city. Look around for local producers and see which ones you connect with most. From personal experience, the best ones will be the ones with little to no experience who are eager to build their portfolio and just as excited as you about music and making it in the industry. It may not be perfect at first, but with a few months of consistency and sleeping in the studio, it will all come together. Now that you have producing on a budget under control, let's talk marketing. Music is an art. The music industry is a business. You can be the most creative artist ever and never make money from your music, while others who rhyme on with off make a fortune. The separation lies within marketing. Most upcoming artists post and pray, meaning they drop their music with no marketing strategy at all. Why spend hundreds on a song when you're not going to push that song to reach its true potential? The cheapest and most efficient way to get your music out there is through short form content. Platforms like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram Reels are designed with an algorithm that pushes small creators. You can have less than 100 followers and get over 10,000 views on these platforms once your content is good. Make content that stands out. and is sure to catch the eyes of viewers. One of the strategies artists use is putting an exaggerative title over a clip of their music. You can talk in third person like, I can't believe he came up with this in 5 minutes. Or, I've never seen someone find so many words to rhyme with cat. Or even lie a little bit, like Drake's nephew is so talented. You get the point. Make interesting content with the goal of getting at least 5% of the people who come across your video to stop and engage. That way, when these platforms do what their algorithm does and push your video to 10,000 users, you should at least convert 500 into streams. Lil Nas X promoted Old Town Road through memes before it went viral. Ty Verdes was working at Verizon when he started posting short videos of his music. Now he's a star. Pink Panthers built hype by dropping song snippets before releasing them. You don't need to be a content creator, just be creative. Another way to get your music out there cheaply is by sending your songs to DJs, radio hosts, and blogs through Instagram DMs and cold outreach. While this takes dedication, it will pay off in the end. Imagine if with every release, you send your music to 30 DJs, and you get 5 of them to respond and broadcast your music at their radio shows and parties, which can then introduce your music to tens of thousands of potential fans. It may seem like a waste of time at first, but trust me, people are always looking for new songs to play in their mixes, and to be the first to catch on to something big. You will be surprised by the number of responses you get. I know that making it in the music industry may seem impossible, and the journey gets dark sometimes. But trust me, you just have to want it for yourself. You just have to be willing to grind and outwork your competition. Sure, the success rate is low, but if you're watching videos like this, you're already ahead of 90% of your competition, who drop music when they feel like it and abandon their dreams for months. To be ahead even more, apply the strategies you learned in this video. Focus on getting 1% better with every release. Try new methods. And if your streams are stagnant, it's time to switch things up. Eventually, it will work out for you. This is not an easy journey, which is why I created this channel to support upcoming artists who are serious about bettering their craft. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about music marketing and industry insights, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, and I challenge you to comment below one goal you have for your music career within the next 6 months. That can be to reach 10,000 monthly listeners or to learn a music production software. Someone out there is counting on you. Keep grinding, and I will see you in the next video.